Nothing but that.
Nothing but net. Episode 51. We are here.
Episode 51, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. Another episode. Me and Dree. We got some topics that we're gonna talk about. Y'all stay tuned and enjoy. So let's get it going. So we got some news today that Golden State has extended Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole to maximum deals, well deserved. Um, and now Golden State next year is facing a big ass luxury tax bill, $483 million. It could possibly pass over 500 if Draymond Green chooses to pick up his $27.6 million player option after this year. So he locked up two key guys who were special, especially Wiggins, because as we saw in the recent NBA Finals, we saw that Wiggins played great defense on Tatum, like Tatum was like literally on his ass, like he's blocking his shot, which I rarely see Tatum get his jump shot blocked, but Wiggins was yeah yeah, he was playing defense, he was scoring, he was rebounding, he was doing all the little things that Golden State has has wanted from him. And I'm glad that Wiggins has been able to revive his career in Golden State, because like I think you said this earlier too, like you think that Minnesota probably like pushed him a little too hard. You know how Tibbs is, like Tibbs pushes his players to be the best, but some players are just late bloomers, like it's happened, like the league has seen late bloomers. So, like even though Wiggins had a breakout year in Minnesota where he averaged, I think it was 2017 where he averaged 23 points and he got rewarded a max contract, but that wasn't his peak yet, So I felt like he had a lot more years like this down the line. And I thought that Tibbs kind of didn't let him, like just develop, like you can't develop in 1 year. So, but I'm glad Golden State was able to like let him grow at his own pace, So, and he got rewarded with the max contract. Same thing for Jordan Poole too. This guy was in the G League for how long? He went 2 years ago. He was in the G League, and now he's rewarded with a 4 year, $140 million max deal from Golden State. Well deserved. This guy went from like 10 points last year to 18 points this year. Major improvement. I thought that he would have won most improved player, but I mean like they gave it to John Morant. So now we can do about that. But I think going forward, him off the bench is going to be it's going to be key, because like he's going to be their guy off the bench along with Moody, Kaminga. So Golden State has locked up two promising young talents who are still in their 20s too. So Poole's 23, I think Wiggins is 27, 28. Uh, so Golden State is looking deadly, and they got them locked up for the next 4 years. It's along with Steph, Clay. So we'll see. So we'll see.
I agree with you. It was great that those guys got their contracts, which is well deserved. They deserve their money. They did play exceptionally well, like in the last year's playoffs, especially Wiggins, who was arguably the second best player on the team. And Jordan Poole, he had some flashes in the playoffs. I'm happy for, especially for Jordan Poole, because this guy went from arguably the worst player in the league to now he's got a great deal, got a great contract. So, and I'm also happy for Wiggins also because, I'm a Timberwolves fan. I feel like that the Timberwolves didn't maximize his potential.
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of, allowing him to be mediocre and didn't, hold him accountable. And they gave him all that money and he basically, was just, doing whatever. But now, I'm happy. I think he just needed a fresh new start, and He's it was people that was questioning this trade with Andrew Wiggins. They feel like it was a bad trade and this and that, but Andrew Wiggins proved them wrong, and now he's playing great, and he fit well in this Warrior system, and he was the player that they needed. He's kind of like in this Warrior system. He kind of remind me of athletic version of Harrison Barnes.
Mm.
So yeah, he's fitting well, and I'm happy for both of them.
Yeah, yeah. You're happy for both of them, and this also leaves a question mark for what's next for Draymond Green, because we know that Draymond Green wants his money too. So but I mean, like all players say, it's a business. At the end of the day, so like you don't have to like what they did, but you have to respect what they did because it's all a business. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like for me, where do I expect Green next year? I expect him in Golden State because I just don't picture him in another team other than Golden State. Like I just don't see him putting on another jersey. Like you know what I'm saying? So I mean, like of course, the speculation saying that he may go to Lakers and all that stuff. Like that's always like that's like that's speculation. But for me, I expect him to be in Golden State next year. I just don't see him in another team. Like, of course, he may have had he may have to take a massive pay cut because I mean, if Golden State has really deep pockets and they can offer a max contract, go right ahead. I mean, shoot. I mean, like, why not? But for me, I think he'll be in Golden State next year. So,
Man, you on the same page. I think he would be remain a Warrior. I think he is gonna, take a less money if for example if they do win the championship this season. I think he's gonna continue to stay with the Warriors and continue to win championships. Now, it's gonna be those people on outside looking in. It's like, well, they gave Wiggins and Poole big contracts, so what does that mean for Draymond Green? Is he leaving, or did they sign them to you know extended them because they want Draymond to leave? But it's a lot of questions. But
yeah.
I really want to see how Golden State plays this year. But which I think they're going to be play exceptionally well. I expect them to win over 50 games, and you
Right.
know they're the champions. So everybody's going to be coming for them. So but the situation that happened, I think it's nothing. Like, this is a championship team, so they can kind of get over it. Now, I understand if it was a young team like Boston or Phoenix that had a situation like this, I don't think this would be, this would have healed, you know. But with Golden State, they're a championship team. They're, a great culture. So I think they can get over this.
Yeah, I think so too. I think time heals wounds, so I think if Golden State goes on a massive winning streak, I think they just just
Yeah.
saying just bust off the shoulder and all that. So, I mean, like all teams go through some type of adversity and all that. But if Golden State goes on a massive winning streak and then like everything's just all good now. So like
Yeah.
things happen. So I mean, yeah, but but I don't expect Golden State to like take a dip in the record because over a small little incident like this. I mean, like shit
Yeah.
happens like this all the time. So yeah, it happens. So another thing that I want to talk about is that Darvin Ham is moving Westbrook to the bench now. So they said he got demoted from his role, but he's calling it a quote unquote realignment, trying to find his role on the team. So what do I think about it? I mean, for me, I had a feeling that it was coming, honestly, because let's just admit it. LeBron and Russ they don't they don't mix. You know what I'm saying? Because like Russ is ball dominant, LeBron's ball dominant. Like it just and it's glaring what we saw in the preseason of what happened last year. You know what I'm saying? Like when Russ doesn't have the ball in his hands, he's just ineffective. So I think for me, like, and I've been saying this too, Russ needs his own unit. When you give Russ his own unit, he he's going to flourish because he's the only guy that's in control of the offense, the pace. He gets the ball in his hands. He can make his own decisions with that unit. So it'll be interesting to see how he does with this with this bench role, but like I hope that it works out for him because like I feel like Russ still has a lot left in the tank. You know what I'm saying? But for me, you know, like you know, like I said, a jump shot keeps you a job. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like he's getting older, so I think he needs to rely more on like skill and all that stuff. Like I remember, like this dude was like a mid range monster back then. Like this dude was hitting mid range at the mid range at the mid range, but like it just seems like as he got older, his mid range is not as effective anymore. Like which is weird because like when he was younger and and in his prime, his mid range is automatic mid range. But now since he's gotten older, it's not as effective. Like your jump shot should be able to last you a career, but it seems like his jump shot is working against him because teams are leaving him wide open at the 3 point line. They're saying, "Oh, okay, go ahead, shoot the three." So but I really hope this role works for him. You know, like maybe some point in the season he'll be back in starting five. But I think what Ham is doing is just trying to find his role on the team. So I hope the Lakers can find some type of success. You know, so we'll see. We'll see. It'll be interesting.
You know, I remember you texted me. You texted me that Westbrook was coming off the bench, and I was like, damn. But then as I looked at it, I was like, you know what, this might be great for us because he will have his own unit and it'll be Russ being Russ because Russ playing with LeBron, Russ can't be Russ. He can't do what he usually do.
Mm-hmm.
So, Braun and Russ is pretty much the same player, just that LeBron is more skilled and he can pretty much do everything better than Russ. Russ being with the second unit, he get to control the ball more, initiate the offense, and he get to attack the paint like he usually do, and hit his open man in the corner. Now, it's gonna be some people that's gonna be like, "Damn, Russ to the bench. Yeah, you already know he out of there."
No,
But people look at that, and you know how Russ fans and Russ apologists will be like, "Oh, this is how dare you do this to a Hall of Famer and an MVP and this and that." But you gotta look at the bright side. Like this could work for him.
right. Yeah. I mean, at least he can like find a role that suits him because him and starting five, it's just not gonna work. Like this is like it's just gonna work. Like this is not a way of saying like you know what I'm saying? Like Russ being on the bench is not disrespect. It's just saying at this point in his career, he just needs to like swallow his pride and just take what opportunity is given to him because like people are saying Russ will be out the league. You know, like you know what I'm saying. So like this is a guy that was an MVP to out the league. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I don't want to happen because I don't, what I'm saying? Because people are afraid, and like, I'm pretty sure you are. Like he might go out like Allen Iverson, and
Yeah,
I don't. I hope that doesn't happen
they may
because
use that AI narrative because because his
yeah,
ego and all that stuff. Like his ego backfired on him. So you know, but I hope Russ can accept this new role and just and just make the most out of it. Like being a six man, it's not bad at all because you get to run your own unit. So like it's it's not about who starts, it's about who finishes. And I'm sure in numerous games, Russ is going to close games. No doubt about it. So it just depends upon how he plays. So yeah.
I don't blame Russ in this situation. He do deserve some blame, but I blame mostly on the Lakers because they took on him like they knew what they was getting themselves into. And
Hmm.
but the thing is, my question: why would you want a player that in the playoffs? You remember they played the Rockets in the playoffs in the bubble,
Hmm.
and you see how they was guarding Russ. They would let him shoot. They was leaving him open in the
Yeah.
perimeter, letting him
And the
shoot.
Lakers played. And the Lakers played the Rockets, and you saw how they were they were just laughing at him, like just leaving him wide open. But you go trade for the same guy that you was laughing at, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like
Right, like,
it's
but
just
but
weird.
you guys wanted him, so now you got to deal with this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but they're saying that it could be,
Yeah.
options.
They're still exploring more trades, but I mean, like the season starts this Tuesday. Like you should have done the trade a long time ago. Like you know what I'm saying? I thought that Buddy Hield and Miles Turner would be a great fit because Hield fits in that Lakers system, scoring and 3-point shooting, which they desperately need is 3-point shooting. So, um, and then you get Miles Turner, who's a plus on defense and offense too. So, but they refuse to give up those first round picks. So, I mean, like, this is all on them. So,
I hope, but I want Russ to have a great season this year. I think he's gonna have a revenge type season.
right,
And he don't have to put up 20 or 25 points triple double. If he can at least get 28 and 8, he'll be good.
right, right. Which I think he can do. 20 is a cakewalk for him. So, like, he can get you 20. But yeah. So what are your expectations for for this season? Cause I know that the season starts Tuesday, and people are like amped up and everything, like seeing all these healthy players come back, like seeing how loaded the East is. Like the East is probably this this is probably the best the East has been like since the early 2000s, honestly. So um so what are your expectations for the season? Like, so what do you expect this season to be?
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be, some good. It's some great teams out there, man. But I'm gonna just say it's gonna be some teams that you think that's gonna be good this year, not gonna be good.
Mm,
Gonna be a lot of surprises in the season. So
just same with you. Like the one thing that I want to see is a great team get knocked out the playoffs because like I want to see how unpredictable the NBA team. Um, um, I want to see how unpredictable the NBA can be. Like you know what I'm saying, you can be a great team, but you can catch that underdog team knocking you out the first round of playoffs. And I can't wait to see. And I expect a couple upsets come playoff time. So so we'll see. Don't underestimate the East because like it hits anybody's like team now. You know what I'm saying. So like Cleveland can come out the East, Milwaukee, Boston. Who knows? Who knows?
yeah.
So we'll see. It's gonna be action packed. We're gonna see healthy players come back, dominate. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I can't wait. This is probably the most stoked I've been about NBA season since I don't know since 2016. So so we'll see. So we'll see. So it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be very fun. All right, y'all. Episode 51. I know that it was a short episode, but we have something good next week because we got the NBA season coming up next week. So we're gonna start having a lot more topics. Usually like the off season is usually like kind of like the downtime. You know what I'm saying? Try to escape basketball and it's like talk about like some real world shit. So yeah, but yeah, episode 51 in the books. I'm Jeremy,
I'm Dree.
and we'll see y'all next week.